Chainsaw Man is a banger, but before we get into that, I have a tier list, and before we get into that, I have a confession to make. Now, I don't want to sound like a degenerate, but I'm afraid if I tap dance my way around this, I'm going to make it sound worse than it actually is, so I'm just going to come clean. I started reading Chainsaw Man because I think Makima's hot. So naturally, she's S tier. It's difficult to explain why I put these girls where I have, so without like explaining the story, what they do in the story and stuff like that. But you know, we'll get there. We'll get there as I go through this. Power is S tier. She's nuts, and I'm all for it. I know it's a small tier list, but I promise as books go on, I'll add to it. So now, on with the plot. The blurb of the book states, Denji is a poor young man who'll do anything for money, even hunting down devils with his pet dog Pochita. He's a simple man with simple dreams, drowning under a mountain of debt, but his sad life gets turned upside down when he's betrayed by someone he trusts. Now with the power of a devil inside him, Denji becomes a whole new man. Chainsaw Man. But I've come up with a better blurb. Denji is a horny young man who'll do anything to touch some boobs. He's a horny man with horny dreams. His life gets even worse and arguably a lot better when the man he is in debt to tries to feed him to a zombie. Now his weird-looking dog's dead, but at least he has superpowers. Now that's a more interesting and accurate blurb. The book begins with you opening it and being greeted by a message saying that you're an uncultured swine and you need to start reading from the other side of the book. Because this is no ordinary book. It's a manga, I think. I didn't actually Google this, I just interpreted it with my galactic-sized brain. But on the lowdown, you read from left to right instead of right to left, or instead of not reading at all like most of you degenerates out there. Now, we begin with the actual book. Now we're on the right side, reading from right to left, because it... Culture! Just get some culture! Denji, the main character, and soon-to-be Chainsaw Man, is the perfect summary of the upper class and, like, bottom class divide. Denji, the lower and middle class, has been tricked and abused by this Yakuza guy, the upper class. Because Denji's dad was in debt to this guy, and he died, now Denji's in debt to this guy. Now, this is really, really annoying and unfair, because when my mum and dad die, the government's like, oh, your mum and dad died? Yeah. It's very sad. Did they leave you any inheritance? Yeah, they left me £5,000. Yeah, £2,000 of that is ours. What? Why? Inheritance tax. But if they die with debt, it's a different story. Hey, my mum and dad died with a lot of debt. That sounds like a you problem, my guy. Anyway, Denji sold, like, a lot of his body in order to pay back this debt. He sold his kidney for 1.2 million yen, his eye for 3,000 yen, and one of his nuts for 100,000 yen, which, you know, credit to the guy, because I can't even give these things away for free, and he's out here getting paid for them. And he got a job where he cuts down trees, which gets him 60,000 yen a month. Now, when I first read this, I was like, Denji's balling! What's this guy complaining about? But that's because I'm an idiot, and I did some currency conversion, and how many yen did he have? 1.6 million yen isn't that much. $1 US is worth 146 yen, so his 1.6 million yen is actually worth $11,000. He's not balling, and he has to pay all of it back to the Yakuza. So at least somebody's balling. But Denji, being a real hustler, uses his weird-looking dog to fight devils. Every devil he kills, he gets 300,000 yen, which still ain't much, but it's better than nothing. The first devil we see him kill is the Tomato Devil, and it doesn't really sound scary at all, and you're out there like, what? That's useless, but what was the last thing you killed, huh? So anyway, some time passes, Denji's trying to sleep. The old guy, I'm sick of saying Yakuza, so I'm just gonna say old guy. The old guy comes in, like, Denji finally gets sleepy, knocks on the door, he's like, Denji, we got a devil for you to fight, let's go! They get in the car, they drive off, and then they're in, like, this big warehouse. They arrive outside this big warehouse, they walk in. As they're walking in, the old guy's like, Denji, I like you, you're loyal, you're hardworking, you're a good guy, but not good enough! This is the point where another devil arrives. It's like, this is actually a kind of scary devil. It's the zombie devil, and he's just turned a load of people into zombies, and he wants to kill Denji and his stupid looking dog. They kill Denji and his dog, cut him into pieces, throw him in the bin, and... yeah, he's dead. But he lives. Denji's pet dog is special because he's no ordinary dog. He's a devil. The Chainsaw Devil. I might have forgotten to mention that earlier when I just said he was a weird looking dog. Anyway, they're both in the bin together dead. We get a little bit of backstory between the two of them. And it turns out devils can, like, they can absorb, like... they can take over human corpses and possess them, but because Denji's a Chad, he absorbs his dog instead. This makes Pochita, his dog, his heart, and Denji gets healed, he gets his eye back, he gets his kidney back, he gets his nuts back. Anyway, Denji crawls out the bin, and the zombie devil turns and sees this, and he is in shambles, which is like quite a normal reaction, because whenever I throw something in the bin, like if I'm convinced it's dead, and it starts crawling out, I'd be in shambles as well. Anyway, the devil's pissed, and he's like, right, we're gonna, zombies, eat him, if he's not gonna die, eat him, he'll die from that. So they're all like, yeah, going over to him. Denji has like a cord, like a lawnmower start cord attached to his chest, and with the zombies approaching, he's like, I'll pull it, I'll see what happens. He pulls it, and he goes all chainsaw on them. And then he fights them all, and he's like, cuts them all up and stuff like that. And then He kills all of them, even the zombie devil itself, and only after the fighting's done do the government devil hunters arrive. Only after the job's done and all these dead zombies' grieving families need to be contacted and told whatever your loved one left you, 40% of that is ours now. The leader of this group of devil hunters is a woman called Makima. Yes, the Makima I'm reading this book for! And she was here way quicker than I thought she'd be. Like, last time I started watching anime because of a girl, it was a Kamega kill, and Esdeath appeared on, like, episode 12 out of 24. I had to wait fucking ages! But Makima knows. She knows your attention span's short, and if she don't show up early, you'll leave. So she's here on, like, page 7 or some shit. And the first thing she does when she gets there is sniff Denji. Bit of a red flag, but desperation's a powerful thing. Anyway, Makima sniffs Denji and she offers him a choice. She's like, you can either be dead or be my slave. Sorry, did I say slave? I meant pet. Not much better, but she offers Denji food if he's her pet. So, you know, Denji's a simple man, so he chooses pet. Plus the book would be like 30 pages long if he chose death. So, you know, here we go. He's her pet now. Makima is a woman of her word and she buys Denji some food. But then the cheek on this woman, she's like, alright, before you eat that, go fight a devil. And Denji's like, what? My food's gonna get cold. And she's like, I'll kill you if you don't fight the devil. So yeah, now Denji, fully motivated with a meal waiting behind him. He kills the devil. It's no issue. He goes all chainsaw on it and wins. Comes home, eats his food. Then they go to Tokyo. Once they're in Tokyo, Makima introduces Denji to Aki. Now Aki's he's quite serious. He's very dedicated, focused on his job. I like this guy. He's good. I like him. Makima sends the two of them on patrol together. And Aki's like, psst, psst, Denji, come over here. Come look in this alley. Why? What's in the alley? Just come over here. Just come look. And then, once they're in the alley, Aki beats him up! To use Aki's own words, he's not got the proper reasons to be a devil hunter. No, I don't like this guy anymore. He just attacked Denji for no reason. So what if his motivations aren't that good? He's the devil hunter so he can impress Makima, how's that not justification to risk your life? I'd do it. Also, Aki doesn't know the full story. If Denji doesn't, like, hunt devils, Makima will kill him. Being killed by the girl you're crushing on is like confessing your love to her on Snapchat and then seeing the little screenshot notification. What's my point? My point is, if he runs away and she starts killing him, he's gonna want to die anyway. So he might as well go out swinging, fighting some devils. As previously mentioned, Denji's a bit of a Chad. So instead of like just taking this line down, as Aki's walking away, being like, oh, tell Makima you ran away, Denji kicks him in the nuts. And then kicks him in the nuts again. And again. He kicks him in the nuts a lot. Like a lot. Like, until Aki passes out. It's terrifying the length this man will go to achieve his goals. Anyway, Denji carries himself and the now nutless Aki back to Makima. Makima's in her office and she's like, what the fuck happened? Why are you both beaten up? And Denji expertly diffuses the situation. A testicle devil attacked his balls. That's a lie. He made that up. Makima, clearly impressed by the lengths Denji will go to, sends them on another mission together. On this mission, they have to kill a fiend. Denji has no idea what a fiend is. Neither did I. It's basically a corpse that's been possessed by a devil, which is what Denji would have been if Pochita had possessed him instead of him possessing Pochita and using his body in a weird cyborg organism thing. So yeah, they go into a room. They look around, the fiend's right there. He's like, get away from me. He's got like, on his face, and that's like, I don't know what he's the fiend of, but he's got like pincers on his face. And Aki's like, alright, go all chainsaw on this guy. And Denji's a lot smarter than that. He examines the entire room, every square inch, and he locks on with his expert eyes and sees a load of dirty magazines. And he's like, if I go all chainsaw on him, it's going to create a big mess and I might get blood on the magazines, and then how am I supposed to read them? So instead of going all chainsaw, he just cuts the guy's head off. It's very clean, very quick. He's like, oh, I didn't want to hurt him. Aki's like, I hate all devils and fiends. Anyway, he leaves in a huff. Denji secures the dirty magazines, and he got exactly what he wanted, and he leaves. It's at this point we meet Power, and she is completely nuts, and I am all for it. We get to know a lot more about Power than we do Makima. Makima, I love her, but she's very secretive. She's very like, calm. No, you only know what I want you to know. Whereas Power overshares everything. You know, she looks down on everyone, despite the fact she's a devil hunter against her will. Makima caught her and was like, I'll kill you if you run away. And she's like, great, I guess I'm a devil hunter now. She's not even as strong as she used to be, because she's a fiend. She used to be the blood devil, but now she's just the blood fiend, because she's an idiot. She's rude. She's aggressive. She has an undeserved superiority complex. She's stupid, but she's brilliant. She's basically the female Denji. She's stupid, and she's absolutely ruthless when it comes to achieving her goals. Anyway, I feel like I'm saying anyway a lot. I also feel like I'm saying and then a lot. I just don't know many filler words. I promise I'll get better with these scripts. Just bear with me, I promise. So, Anyway, Denji and Power, Makima's like, you two idiots, you go on patrol together. So anyway, they walk about for a bit and they see a devil. And the instant they see the devil, I'm talking like instant, like Denji doesn't even have time to like properly react. He's like, oh my god, and before he's even finished the, oh my god, Power is like jumping at this thing. She creates a massive hammer out of her own blood. She's flying down at this thing from the top of a building and she just obliterates it from orbit. It's just, it's everywhere. It's like this little thing just, it all happened so fast. Like she had no remorse for this thing. From orbit, just obliterated. So anyway, when she hits this thing, there's nothing left. Like there's loads left. It's just everywhere. The only thing that's really left is the memories of it. It's now grieving family having to deal with the loss of him and the soon-to-be loss of 40% of his stuff once the government finds out he's dead. The government is really the only real winner in this thing because the devil's dead. It's everywhere, it's dead. Power, but not even Power wins because she's about to get a bollocking from Makima. For you see, a civilian devil was engaging this, like, devil in combat and Power, like, interfered with that. She killed it before he had the chance to, which is obstruction of justice, which is illegal. The devil they were fighting, by the way, was the sea cucumber devil. So this is like a lot of fuss over nothing. Over something people have only heard about because of Minecraft. And that's not even a sea cucumber, that's a sea pickle. But yeah, Makima arrives to give Power this bollocking I spoke about. She's like, what the fuck were you doing? That's illegal. That's a court-martial. And because you're not even a human, that's a death sentence. And Power's like, Denji told me to do it, Denji told me to do it, Denji's idea. It wasn't Denji's idea. And this is like where we find out Makima's kind of terrifying. Like, everyone's scared of her and I have no idea why. Power's like, Denji's idea, Denji's idea, Denji's idea. And Makima's like, can you be quiet, please? And Power immediately sits down. She's like, yeah, I can be quiet. I can be quiet, yep. Power's this blood-crazed ex-blood devil. And she's just, like, healing before this woman who... I don't know why everyone's scared of her. Anyway, Makima's telling them both off. She's like, Denji, you need to be more in control of Power. Denji's like, what the fuck? And Power's like, yeah, Denji's fault. And Makima's like, if you two don't start getting results, I'm gonna kill you both. And they're like, okay. Maybe that's why people are scared of her. The next thing is, like, Power and Denji are, like, they're trying to get, like... What's that? It's a vending machine. They're putting coins in. Power's like, I'm so sad. My cat's been taken from me. Denji has no sympathy. Fucking Chad. And then he's like, if it was a dog, I'd understand because my pet dog died. And Power has no sympathy. Fucking Chad. And then Power's like, also my cat was kidnapped and it's not dead like your dumb dog. So Power wins that one, I guess. Anyway, Power's like, you know, your dog might be dead, but my cat's still alive and we can save it. And Denji's like, why would I want to do that? And Power's like, you can touch my boobs. Denji is immediately interested and he's like, Alright, how are we gonna do this? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Some intense negotiations happen and they come to the sum of 3 squeezes to save her cat. Denji's like, yeah, fair. Power's like, yep, fair, we'll go save my cat. They get on a train, they go into like the Tokyo wilderness. By wilderness, I mean like the one park in Tokyo. There's like, if you've ever seen Tokyo on a map, it's massively built up and there's little parks. But yeah, there's all this greenery, there's a little house in it, they go walking over. And this is, I mentioned Power was ruthless earlier. And this is kind of where it comes into play, because she knocks out, then she like makes a hammer, a smaller one this time, not the one she used to obliterate the, what was it, sea cucumber devil from orbit. A little one, she knocks Denji out, and drags him into a building, and then you hear this voice, it's like, what took so long? And Power's like, don't complain! She goes in, there's a devil in there, it's a devil. This cat that she loves, she's come to save it. Note the use of the word love there, by the way. It's important in a little bit, just hold on. So yeah, we get a little bit of backstory between Power and her pet cat. So like, see Power like kills everything. She meets this cat who's like, a delicious cat. And then she's like, oh, methinks I'll fatten you up a bit before I eat you. So this cat that she loves and loves and loves, she's only keeping so she can fatten it up and eat it. And she's willing to sacrifice Denji to do it. So she drags him in. The Bat Devil's in there. He's like hurt and he needs to drink blood in order to heal. So Power hands over Denji and is like, drink him. The Bat Devil's like, fine. Here's your cat, by the way. And Power's like, yay. He like squeezes Denji and blood comes out. He's like, and drinks it. And he's like, this is fucking disgusting. Power's like, well, I did everything I needed to. And he's like, no, this is disgusting. And like, do they just have a devil for everything? Because I understand like a blood devil or like a bad devil. Like there's blood's a bad. I'm struggling to think here. A war devil. Oh god, brain, come on, do something. A plague devil, stuff like that. Really bad things. But they have a sea cucumber devil, a tomato devil. They just have a devil for fucking everything. Like, I don't know, do they have a slow internet devil? A catching your gene on a door handle devil? A bottle of spilled milk devil? Where do you draw the line? I forgot where I was. Denji. Eaton. Power. Bat devil drink Denji blood. Thinks it tastes bad. It then eats Power's cat. Power complains. Bat devil eats Power. Refuses to elaborate. Leaves. And that's the first book, or the end of it. This was supposed to be... I was supposed to do book 1, 2, 3, and 4 in this, but I've got halfway through the script, and it was 7 minutes long. No, I got halfway through book 1, did a script run through, and it was 7 minutes long. I was like, I can't do that, because the video's going to be an hour long if I do all 4 of them. And who's going to watch that? I'm not going to watch that. So yeah, I'm going to do this in, how many? There's 11 books, so I'll try and get through all 11. It's been fun. I like this book. I'm getting better at making YouTube videos, I think. Please let me know what you guys think. I need criticism. Or constructive criticism, not your face looks stupid. Something like, oh, add, blah, 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 do blah, blah, blah. You know what you mean. Some of you will know. Somebody's going to tell me my face looks stupid. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to university in a few days, or I'm already at university. So videos are either going to take longer to make, or they're going to get shorter to make, depending on how much free time I have. If I make no friends, expect a lot of videos. But if I make some friends, expect not many videos till Christmas. Then I record a load over Christmas, edit them while I'm at uni, so you'll actually start to get like a flow of videos. I'm not just going to do straight Chainsaw Man. I'll maybe get to 4, then I'll do one thing, and then we'll see how it goes. Please subscribe. This, you know, if you made it this far, subscribe. Even if you haven't, you won't be hearing this bit, but subscribe anyway, like the video, comment down below, tell me how I can improve, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that off, what are you? Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.